Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about this trick of making these transparent stickers. We're gonna do that together a little bit. Here's another one here. I think there's one here as well. So let's play around with that a little bit today. So I wanted to try a few different things. I printed this off. I just came up with these designs and then I printed them and I printed a color and a non-color. I think this is going to show up better, but I did want to try the color. So we just print off something. I'm going to take packing tape. I've already cut some so it's not so loud on camera. And you just place it carefully. Get as much of the air out as you can. Okay, rub that on really well, as smooth as we can. And then we're going to wet the back of the paper and actually take the paper off. So your ink is going onto the tape. Okay, you can see that. Alrighty. And you can just dip it in that section, get it wet. Give it a minute to soak in. It's looking pretty good. I can see the design now from the other side. And there you can kind of see it in my light. Okay, so once it's like that, you can just start rubbing it off gently. I hope my camera doesn't wobble too much here for you. There, we got it going. We're going to pull this paper off the back. Pretty fun. Now, what I'm going to do next, I bought some, I think it's acetate. I think is that what you call it. I bought this paper. Well, it's not paper. My daughter was going to be making some Christmas cards by her, on DIY Christmas cards. And these were going to be like the window to protect what she had behind it. But I bought the wrong size. We ended up not using these. But I figured out later there's a film on these. If you attach your sticker to the film, you're in trouble. It's like putting it on plastic wrap. So take the film off. I'm not sure if we can use this for something. Maybe. Not for stickers. We'll set that aside. So you're left with this sheet. And that's what I put these on. So I can make a bunch of these at once and put them on here. And it's also a little easier to cut them apart. As you see in what I'm doing here, there's a stack of books, there's little tea bags, there's little flowers. These are awfully tiny, by the way. I may have to print them off bigger next time. But if I want to use just a bit of it, just one piece, like let's say I wanted that flower right there, then you can just cut it out. We have clear stickers. So I'm finding lately at the store, stickers are really expensive. Even, well, dollar store, I can't really find what I'm looking for right now at this season of the year. But like Hobby Lobby or whatever, you either can't find them clear or just so expensive for what you get. Like, I'm gonna find another way. Well, this is my another way. Alrighty, so that's the end of that. I'm just gonna cut it. Right? Now this is the sticky side. You can see I've got a little bit of paper. We can take that off. And then find my little plastic piece I just set down. Here it is. It's just hard to see because it's clear. All right. I'm going to put this on here. And the reason I'm putting it on here is really just for storage. Now it's ready. Whenever I want to use it, I can do sort of a mass make here where I play around with all these today. And then this is just set aside. Whenever I want to use it, I can take it off of there and use it. All right, let's see what happens when we try the same thing. I haven't really done it with any colored Is this piece of tape big enough to all of it? I'm gonna say yes, I think. I think it just made it. All right, just made it. That worked. Get all the air out. Again, both of these are just from my printer. Regular old printer with regular old printer paper. Dip it in my water. See how well it's coming through. Kind of give it a minute to really soak in. Make sure I got all of that down there. Yeah, it's soaking in more now. Looks decent, I think. Let's see now if we start scrubbing. I think what I'm going to do going forward with my junk journals, I'm going to stick with the aged paper look for a while, and then I want to pick like one color to be my accent. So for example, the one I did was green, the one I showed you last time, and you can look through this again if you want, but this one, my accent colors really was just the green. So that's why there's green flowers, there's a green ribbon, green leaves, green washi tape, green accents. So I also want to do like a blue. I think I'll be doing a purple, and I think I might do a pink with rose accents. So rose, light pink and darker pink is kind of what I mean. Okay. See how this works with the colors. I hope the water's not taking any of the ink off. So far, I think we're all right. Yeah, and one of my ideas is to give these junk journals as gifts, so they can kind of pick their accent color. Or if I know the accent color that someone likes, I can purposefully make that for them. Get these little bits off, hopefully. Okay. Let's see how this looks on acetate. All right. Well, we can see already that this is more easily seen. Let me grab paper to put behind it. This is some coffee stained paper towel. Black is showing up. Really, all you can see of this is the stack of books and the leaf. So depending what you put behind it, let's try white paper. Okay, that's much better for these colored ones. All right, let's see what happens with this up real quick. I have an old gardening book. So I cut this out. This is I think a passion flower. Passion flower. And then I also wanted to try this more black and white drawing. Let's see how those do. And again, this is a nice like mass make type thing. Get a whole bunch of these prepped at one time. I'm wondering now, this is colored from a gardening book, an old gardening book, and I'm wondering how wet we're gonna have to get this, if this is gonna come off or not. But we'll go ahead and put a little tape on the next one. My tape's smaller. Tape's on this one. Of course, I taped it to the table. There we are. This one feels a little thinner. Let's start with this one that might be giving us trouble. Get it really wet. Give it a minute to soak in. I'm going to put that on there so it can stop sticking to me. Always good to have scraps around. Get this one wet. Same with, I just happen to have a ribbon next to me. I'll use that. Hold it down. Normally I might use like an eraser to hold it while I do stuff. Or actually I can use the eraser on that to hold it. Let that soak a minute. Go back to this one that might be troublesome. All right, let me see how this feels. Wait, as far as coming off. It's thinking about it, but so far not great. You might just have to let it soak a little longer. I'm pretty sure this has got coating on it because of the book I got it from. All right, this one's feeling a lot better though. Yep, there we go. It's starting to come off now. This was more of the newspaper print, even though it's from the same book. This is the glossy photo over there, and then this is the illustration with text, as you can see. Interesting. I'm getting a little bit of the paper left behind on it still. So if you wanted it like that, you could stop there and still have some of the paper. It's still a little sheer. See a little bit of the aged paper coming through. You could do it just for the flowers so that the flowers get more color from whatever you put behind it. Let's try that for a sec and see. That's interesting, isn't it? I need a brighter color behind it to really show you better. Here, let's try the white. Put it in the camera, that might help. So this, from this corner in, is more cleared off on the back. Okay, so you see how that works. These are some ideas for that one. And let's go back to our glossy and see if there's any hope for it. That one a little mess. That's our passion flower. Hold on, this over here. And it's not looking terribly happy for me. Okay, let's see. Have something more like this. It's got rubber tips on it, so that started it. Let's see if it damages it at all. This is more like peeling a hard-boiled egg for this one. Okay, there we go. I think we're just getting a layer. Yeah. So it's leaving the flower on the other side. And it's up to you if you want it to have just this thinner coat like this, or if we want to go again and take off even more. Yeah, I'm going to try taking off more. So we need to get it wet again. Let's see if we can really transfer that image to the tape better. Go away little bits. Yeah, wetting the next layer is good. You know, we're getting off the glossy. We're getting down to just the paper underneath. So re-wet that and let it soak in a bit. Okay. And you can let me know how this has worked for you and what kind of papers you've maybe have tried. I haven't tried like just rubber stamping directly on the tape, but I wonder if that would work. Okay, let's see how we're doing from the front. Oh dear, it's taking off the image. Right here, you can see my finger under there. It's taking off the flower. Alrighty, I would say pass on the glossy color photos. Possible? but probably too much work. Let's try this down, hold it. I happen to have a rubber stamp next to me and some ink. Let's just try, this is Distressed Oxide. I don't know if that makes a difference. Let's find out. I grabbed a really thick stamp. This is a watering can. This is what I had next to me. Ink that up. This is brown. Sorry, vintage photo. And let's see if that'll fit on this tape. Here we go. Let's try and see what happens. This is upside down, so that's good. It's very sticky tape. There we go. And then again, I would put this, make a few more stamps with this on other paper just to use later. Okay, scissors. Let me cut this and I'll show you what it looks like. Get my paper off of it. Okay. So here's what we have just directly on the tape. That would work, don't you think? And this allows you to use different colors. So that was my brown ink. So then you don't even have to print off. You can use what you want. All right, scissors. Let me clean off my stamp here. We'll stamp a couple of these. Okay. I'll show you. Hold this one up. Compared. That's a little shiny, a little brighter than these. All right, so that's our mass make, and we learned not to use glossy photos. We learned colors don't show up very well unless you put them on white background or print them a lot darker on your printer. I kind of prefer these anyway because of how they work with my book. Just whatever you're putting it on. And you just see it easier than the colored one. Let's see, I think I had another one up front. Yeah, these two. The other ones are like that as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe do a mass make of these. And I've already pulled them off of here before to use them on stuff. It works just fine. So I hope you found something that works for you. Let me know how it's going for you and give me your tips and tricks. I'd love to see them. So start simple, but simply start.